We found the little guy.
Sorry, Jensen.
Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, you hear that noise? Oh, that was so gross.
That's how you dispose of that. All right. So now that we got our little friend removed, let's go over some components inside of our electrical box here of the condenser unit. So first we start out with our capacitor. What is a capacitor, right? So these units, they do not like oscillating current as much as you think, which is what normal houses, pretty much every house, has pumping into it. It doesn't like that AC current coming into the fan motor and the compressor. They can run off of it, but it causes damage. So what our capacitor does here, it stores a bit of charge in it so that when this contactor kicks in, it sends a little bit of charge to get these two things going, and then the oscillating current from your normal power in your house takes over. Main ways these can fail is if they just wear out over time. You can see the little numbers here, 40-5, so 40 is our compressor side, 5 is our fan side, and we want to be within 6% up or down of those running capacities basically. And if it's outside that range, it's not dead per se, but we want to replace it because remember that AC current, it causes a heavier load on these internal parts. So, you know, a few $100 capacitor versus a few $1,000s on the inside, we want to get that replaced. Another way you can tell when these are done, these tops like to pop off, like they don't pop completely off, but they pop up kind of like a little explosion inside, but not. It just pops the top and it tells us it's done, it's got to be replaced. All right, let's move on to the contactor. So all the contactor is here is this is your low voltage coming in. This wire sends a 24-volt signal to this contactor, which makes it pull in. And when it pulls in, it sends the main power that you would have coming in the bottom here and sends it to the top through the capacitor like we talked about, which gets that unit up and running, the fan and the compressor. The main thing we want to look at on these is to make sure they're not pitted too much. This one has a face covering most of it, but a tech can get in there easily and make sure that this isn't pitted in. And basically what the pits can be caused by is every time that these are turned on, it makes a little zap between them, and sometimes they can make little divots, kind of like when you take two electrical wires and stick them together, they kind of make a little, they weld a little bit together. And the same thing happens in there, and after time it doesn't make very good contact with the upper side, and the unit just doesn't run sometimes off of that.
Wear and tear.
Wear and tear, that's right. Same, you know, everything on it unfortunately wear and tear, because you got to think about it, this is your third car, but it runs all the time, all day long.
And no teenagers have to worry about driving it.
Yeah.
Except for the thermostat, don't mess with that.